So as always, we finish the last section with double pal style. So from here, I'm going to come down drum style, backwards brace, drum style, backwards brace, drum style, backwards brace, step triangle, hot palm strike, come back, gum style, backwards brace, gum style, backwards brace, gum style, backwards brace, step, pock and palm, come back, gum style. Now from here, step, pock and front kick, come down gum style. Step, pock, front kick, come down gum style. Pock, instep kick, hook, roll back, come down gum style. Step, pock, instep kick, hook, roll back, come back, long style. Step, and from here I'm going to do inside whip, phoenix eye, pock, and front kick. It's a fun one once you get it down. From here, gun jump, long style, and once again I repeat, inside whip, phoenix eye, pock, front kick. Alright, do that slow, get the balance first, come down, gun jump, backwards brace. Now from here, I'm going to do Noi Quan, pock, jut, palm strike, Noi Quan, jut, low palm, Noi Quan, jut, low palm, Noi Quan, jut, palm strike, double jut, double pow, and that's the end of that section. All right, so a couple things that I want to note from this is that when I'm doing let's start from the very beginning and break it down for a moment. When I'm doing the gum style, all right, and the backwards brace, make sure that you have focus on the Wu style. Ultimately, I'm always making a triangle with this arm, and I like to use the word forward focus rather than forward intent. You know, forward intent kind of makes me feel like you're going to be jumpy at it. Like, oh, I have the intent to move, and as soon as I feel it, I could move prematurely. Not always good when you talk about timing, but if I have a forward focus, when the ball comes to me, yeah, I'm ready, I'm focused, I'm ready to catch that ball. All right? It's different when you think about it. It's a little bit deeper and a little bit more connecting mind to body when you use word forward focus at the target. So when I'm here and I'm focused, with my gum style and Wu style, I have the focus of the whole triangle the whole time. Okay? So try to remember that when you're practicing this motion. All right. So next thing, when I do the triangle step and I'm doing the pock and palm, make sure I'm not like overshifted with this. Again, I want to work on squareness of body of my body to the dummy body. So when I'm here, I don't want to be overshifted where now my palm strike hand is going to be off center and not symmetrical to my left hand in this case when I'm doing the pock style. But I want to always have that squareness there. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is the instep kick. All right. So when you do the instep kick and kicking, I want to hit just above the joint if I were to do this strike. Okay. So when you do that, your ankle and your wrist function almost exactly the same when you're doing any type of motion in Wing Chun. What I mean by that is even more focus is the strike point. All right, if I was to do a strike point with Ding style, okay, and I come in here, I don't want to hit on a joint, I don't want to hit with the hand. If I do that, I could injure that strike of my wrist or my hand. So I'm actually hitting with about 2 fingers below the wrist. All right, it's the same idea with the instep kick. When I do that, if I hit on my ankle joint or my foot, if I try to do that to somebody as I do that motion, I could injure my ankle or foot. And I don't want to do that, obviously. So that's why when you do that, I want to do that 2 fingers above the ankle joint. That's the strike point that you want. And also, if you think about it, you know, you don't have any muscle on your shin right there. So if you hit bone to bone with that, it's going to hurt. So a lot of times if you do that, you want to hit it to a softer part of their body where there's meat or tender areas, shall we say. Groin, ribs, neck, you know, wherever the flow ultimately naturally takes you. But don't think that I want to hit like shin to shin with that because you're going to be bruised and hurting from that. All right? So the last thing that I want to talk about is when you're doing these 4 corners, when you're at the end of the section, all right? So when I'm here, I'm doing a backwards brace every time that I do that. Noi Quan this way, and then I'm coming back square. All right? Noi Quan, coming back square. Noi Quan, coming back square. Every time that I do that. All right? And I'm backwards bracing with that, so that that intent and focus still allows me to focus towards the target of the dummy. If I just shift with that, and you go to translate that from the development here to potential application, I'm going to be shifting away from that dummy body every time I do that. I don't want to develop that habit to do, because when you develop that, it takes a lot more work to recreate that focus to going back towards the dummy body itself. All right, good luck.